morning, zombies. Are we alive yet? Are we awake yet? I sure as hell ain't. That's why I got the coffee. It's 7:21 in the morning, West Coast time. It is December 1st of 2024. The countdown continues until the end of the year, and then after that, who knows what goes. This is your zombie weaver, John C. of Rosemont, California, still doing the logs of the diary of a griever named John Weaver, which would be me. I've been laying low from the damn politics and everyone else snipping and sniping and griping and gripping and biting each other left and right. The algorithms I've got for the YouTube and the Facebook are still showing up, still snipping and sniping at each other with the constant videos of people having conniption fits left and right. Doesn't matter what they're having conniption fits about. They're having conniption fits. It seems like the world has really lost its mind and that anything regarding a season that we're in or coming close to or just trying to get through really doesn't matter anymore, does it? We got the artificial cheer to deal with. We got the artificial stuff to deal with. And anything regarding of memories, well, they're just memories right now, emotional triggers, and that would drive me crazy. I'm at the tail end, absolute tail end of the educational situation for my class. I've got the finals coming up next week, and then I get to do them online. Yay. Unless I'm barely passing, that's a good thing right there. Not bad for an old fart. I was afraid I was going to flunk out in a class, but if I'm going to pass this class, even if it's the lowest damn thing I can get, above a D, I'll take it. Anyway, as I said before about the zeros and ones and the algorithms going crazy, selections are getting very few on my choices, trying to talk to people about interesting things, except anger, hatred, fear, snipping, sniping. And that's about it. I think when we had the 2016, we weren't exactly all that insane, but I think we were a little bit. But it was just coming out. 2020 came out. We already know about the insanity. Uh, and then we saw an eruption of it in January. But now we got another 4 more years of it to go. Half the chunk is going to be with a full deck, scaring the crap out of people because people are afraid that our common used institutions, our institutions that we love so much or hate so much, it may change hands, go away, and mutate into something else that we are no longer able to have our so-called freedoms because now we got the illusions of it or delusions of it if we're going to be remembering that one. And I said it before and I'll say it again. I had blamed the voters. Democracy is a wonderful thing if you're going to be allowing one particular party to come in and you think it's going to be the actual savior. And then you realize after 4 years of what's one particular party with all the lunatics and the bells and whistles and everything else, what kind of a chaos it was for 4 years and screwed up the local economies, national economies, world economies. We're repeating ourselves again. We're doing the 2016 except a little better. Because now we've got other people who are not competent for the jobs coming in. And we got a lot of people fearing about this one. We don't know what the future is going to hold. So we're bitching and griping and basically sniping and snipping at each other. Especially when we are part of the, or I'm personally not, I'm just the outsider. I'm totally outsider. I'm not one of those organized groups out there, organized chains, part of a progressive group, shall we say. I'm not. I'm not of the other idiots. I'm just me. I try to stay away from the damn Trumplicants. I try to stay away from the independents, and I'm trying to hell stay away from the left Libya. Did I say something about that one? Left thinking lunatics. Still looking at wounds and still trying to psychoanalyze themselves and wondering how come they lost the election. They thought they had a grand momentum. Well, Biden was going in there, and Biden couldn't do it. Harris tried to pick up the pace, and a lot of people were freaked and got convinced that Trump was the only one, and Trump got out of the office. It's all about the numbers and all about the idiocy. So now we still got the fingers pointing at each other left and right. We still got the divisiveness pointed at each other left and right. And because some of the medias are shaking in their boots, all kissing the ring, so they can save their jobs or save part of their corporate asses. Now we got the independent asses out there. They're not quite sure how to react to it. They're scared. They're running scared. We're all running scared. Even me. I'm running scared. But I'm trying not to show it as much as if I keep blaming the voters. I blame the voters because they made the choice. I blame the voters because they wanted it. They thought they wanted stability, and they forgot about 2016. And I forgot about what happened in 2020. But this is what they wanted. Their choice. The numbers. So, we're at where we're at right now. And now, on the independents, we're hearing one group bellyaching like crazy. We have another smaller group laughing our heads off and snipping and sniping at each other. It's like, will you guys grow up? I'm 58 years old. Doesn't matter to anybody else except for little old me. What's it mean? I had about 58 or nearly 58 years old of memories stuffed in this aging, decaying brain of mine. I already experienced death a long time ago. Not fun thing goes through when you're a 4-year-old. Open heart surgery. Never a fun thing to go through. And I was dying at the age of 40. And I had to die 3 times to come back to life. One mitral valve gets patched, the other one gets sewn, and the other one left leaking. Until roughly past an age of enlistment in the military, I was declared the heart was fine. But I couldn't join. I couldn't wear a countryman's uniform of any sort. But what I could do is sit on the sidelines and support those. That's what I did. Volunteer. Nothing wrong with that. But I volunteered as a teenager while my heart was still not fully okay. And I supported a veteran all my life, especially when he was going through his ups going into the military and comes out a changed person and has a life of hell and life of recovery for decades until he passes away. Left a indelible mark in me. And that's the guy you see in the picture in the black and white down there. And my mother was the strongest woman I thought she was. And she tried all her life to be that way. But she was dealing with a hell of a lot of baggage. That's what you deal with a lifelong of seeing your relatives go out. Problem is, in real life, that's the thing we have to deal with, life and death. And how we deal with death is important how we deal with life, to paraphrase a movie quote. I don't know what movie it came out of, but I probably do. Anyway. I'm dealing with life on life's terms. Some days I'm okay, and other days I'm a pain in the ass to myself. I get emotionally triggered on a lot of things, and I cry like a baby, or worse. Worse. But this is the thing I have to look forward to in life. I lost a lot of people that cared and broke me, emotionally and physically. So, yeah, I'm a broken man. Still trying to be on a repair. Still dealing with duct tape on myself. I could try smiling about it a little bit, trying to make it into a joke, but I know for a fact I get triggered, and eventually something innocuous will come in, and boom, I'm on it again. Curiously enough, it's not about politics that'll make me go crazy. It's about the most important thing in my life that the holiday seems to celebrate. Well, we try to celebrate what's one kid's birthday, but the problem is, it's everyone's. It's about everyone in that group, not just the races. We're talking about a group of people have bonded one way or another. Three people made it a nuclear family, but the people around them made themselves an extended family. And every time I keep hearing the Christmas story for the past decade and a half, I'm thinking of that. I'm thinking of the word family, the breaker that usually gets me into a setup for the major avalanche of tears I've got. I can try finding descriptive words on how I will deal with the emotions that are roiling up and boiling up and waiting for the most innocuous moment, and then boom. And the holiday seasons are depressing as hell. Yeah, I'm seeing the depression happening and kicking on everyone else's ass, including people who are trying to lift everybody else up. And they're feeling it. They're getting the crash and burn. I'm hearing it in their voice. I'm seeing it in some of their chat logs. One particular church group I belong to supposedly gives me hope. But we try to give each other hope. We're not trying to leech it off of one particular charismatic leader. We're trying to leech it off of everybody else and trying to help and support each other. And it helps. It helps. An online chat buddy, somewhat. He's having issues with his own family. He's already lost a special person in his life. My heart still goes out to him because it's going to be changing in more ways. And if I could hug the bastard, I would. I'd squeeze him to death, or almost. I've known the guy online for several years. We never did converse. Not totally. Maybe at first, but he had a lot of things going on, so did I. I tried to keep track of what was going on with him. If I could give him a hell of a lot of love and support, I would. I really would. When you lose people that you care about, it doesn't matter if they're online or not, it still tears at your heart. It does. Another friend lost the love of his life because of politics. He still kindles the anger. Tries to show how positive, but I can see how anger can tear apart a person because I look at myself in the mirror. And I've also seen how torn apart I am. Decisions made, and decisions happen in a lifetime where it's easy enough to choose anger instead of caring about other people. There, I mentioned the word love. I could care about people, but also I could be pissed off at them at the same damn time. And I would tell this guy out in Connecticut, you ain't walking pathway alone, dude. And you really got to work on the resentments. And I gotta heed the same thing over here too. I got a hell of a lot of resentments that still pop up, and I still got to put them down. I still got to get back into a program seriously enough to get my head, my heart in the game. But the thing is, every time I kept going into their program, even after I lost my mama, it was just me and Big Brother. Well, we had issues. We'd go into the program and try to do 365 at one time, every single day, wasting gas, get to the program, get to the hall, not try to be part of something, and watching it burn us out. We weren't feeling what we're needing to get out of it. Admitting to a higher power is one thing, but to gather support, we weren't getting it. I wasn't feeling it. I went back to school, and nearly a decade after that, I'm almost coming close to graduation. Give me about another semester or two, and I'll deal with it. I'll do it. I'll get in it and get it done. But I know over the past decades of my life, I've been trying to stay away from the medical establishment. That could have been prolonging my life, but I feel like my life is shortening. It's scary. It's a reality, and I'm still dealing with it because I feel this weird ass piece of a little bit trying to grow into me, of acknowledging I may see my family sooner than I expect. I feel the deterioration of my body, the digits, the feet. Appointment set up for 17th of this month. We'll see what happens. If I'm still healthy enough to live another 2 or 3 more years, I'll be lucky enough. I'll be blessed enough. I'm not going to say cursed enough, that's for damn sure. So many things to go through when you get older. An idea that still sticks in my head half the time anyway when I heard about it a long time ago. Scared the hell out of my brother to where he wanted to kill himself over the news. A decade before it actually hit him. It didn't happen. He had a friend talk him down. I got nobody. But I lost all the people that mattered to me in my life. There may have been a few stragglers out there that may or may not remember me or care, but that's all right. I have to deal with death on a level I have to deal with life. That being said, I got to deal with life on life's terms as it is. And if I happen to see pretty sunrises and pretty sunsets, cool. Cloudy as they are, and the sunrise hitting through the clouds, and you see the sun rays again. It's always a thing to see in the mornings. Sometimes during the daytime and at the evening, when you see the sun hit the clouds just right behind them, and it just boom. It doesn't have to be a thick, huge cloud, just a few stragglers, not blowing fast enough, just drifting, and then the sun rays hit them. It's a glorious shot. It's a glorious shot. That being said, I was afraid I wasn't going to have anything interesting to talk to people about, except I needed to talk and get it out. It's the first of the month. A few minutes are going to be the national news, the political pundits talking to each other and rapping with other people and trying to get their opinions and see how badly we're going to be having the next 4 years, maybe longer than that. Question, how the hell is it going to be bad for me? I don't know. But I'm not trying to fear about it either. I'm living in a time where there's more fear and phobia and more of fascism. Fear of losing democracy when they think they're trying to save democracy. So I would watch television shows that would emulate it. I would watch television shows that would make me think, feel, or just be blasé about it. And then I'll catch a part where if I'm so interested, not in the storyline, but in maybe a character's departure, that I will shed a tear. Because it will remind me of reality of the people I've actually lost. Of the trigger words that are related to it. What happens to this one group of people that is supposed to matter to each other? And when they go through changes such as the loss of another one, it's devastating, it's tragic, it's hardship, and it's hell. And I get to deal with it all. I keep a reminders for a holiday season that's supposed to bring us cheers, smiles, trying to share love and hope. Reminders of time long ago that we actually were able to giggle and laugh or enjoy a few things. We can't do it anymore, can we? I can't. I've got their physical reminders surrounding me on a constant basis. Some of them recently put up within the last 2 weeks. No, 3 or 4 weeks, I think. Others have been up for about a year or two because I got too damn lazy to put them away. And kept them out because I needed something to look at. Something that may give me a bit of hope or a meaning of it or representation of it. But also triggers of memories of times long ago. I can hear all the damn music that we keep trying to replay all the time regarding the holiday season. It's supposed to elicit those kind of triggering feelings of goodness and love. Not if we're trying to kill each other one way or another. We're trying to kill each other. If that wasn't bad enough, watching the news again of a civil war popping back up in one war-torn country that I hadn't seen within 20 years, trying to stabilize itself, and it's back at it again. A regime about to be fallen, or purportedly to be fallen. And other countries are still trying to influence others, including ours right now. How am I not supposed to feel about it? How am I not supposed to react to it? I don't know. What's the correct decision in this one? Our own economies are still having issues with each other. Or in an upcoming administration that scares the hell out of people, and other people are yelling and screaming, they want it, they want it, they want it. It's like fetish going on. Some people are freaking and want to get the hell out of the country. I'm not. I can't do it. It's not a willingness. It's the inability and means opportunity to do so. And where am I going? Where am I going to go? This that I have right now, bug infested place I live in, a campus that has the damn bugs in here. This is home for right now. And my corporeal life winding down. And this is it. This is how things are today for December 1st, 2024. Atmosphere changes, changing the water levels and fire levels, and not to mention Mother Earth and spirit of Pele is kicking up a lot of volcanic activity everywhere. People think it's Ragnarok or it's the rapture, it's revelations, it's something. And of that, we've lost our damn minds. Makes you rather one depressed, doesn't it? If I was going to be getting back to a topic saying where this one group who had a little bit of a mini network for themselves getting insulted left and right, I'd say grow a pair of moleskins on yourselves. You don't like the insults? Well, shit, everybody else deals with the damn insults, lady. And for someone who is raised and yet not part of a country, but still is part of the country, get a backbone, will you? You've been in the business far too damn long. And you gripe and you grumble and you take advantage of the damn thing. And you're afraid of everybody else trying to take you down, so you have a conniption fits? Good Lord. If people are going to be doing that on a constant basis, then I guess the basis of a little mini empire is just how we're going to be treating each other as if we are fearing the other portion who's going to be taking over a country, theoretically, legally, because of an election. And we're dealing with the fear by snapping at each other instead of facing it head on like it was supposed to do that about, more than a decade or two ago. And now they fear their own rivals, their own imitators. Much like a major news corporation had to try to split itself off to survive. And hopefully the small splinter can kiss ass enough where it can survive and change its format. Get new subscribers and lose the old ones. So you no longer recognize it anymore. It was fun going after one particular political party, if you call it as such. But now it's mutated into something else and they're scared to death of it. And the other media giants owned by billionaires, they're deciding what the hell they're going to do next. Yeah, I can't say it's a brave new world. I'm saying we had to deal with it one sunrise at a time. If the Earth was going to be hit by something major and massive astronomical force of nature, how would people react to that instead of a human force of nature that's going to be theoretically scaring the crap out of people? I don't know. Same way. And since I just said my own piece on this one, we'll see what happens tomorrow.